Converting decimal to percent. To convert decimal to percent, move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay, so this is the decimal point. Then we need to move 2 places to the right and then affix the percent. Okay, so we try to move the decimal here, 1 and 2. Okay, so the answer will be 0.65%. Okay, so another example, we have here whole number 2. Okay, so you may ask, how are we going to move the decimal point since it is a whole number? So whole number will automatically look like this, 2.0. Okay, so move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay, so it will be 200%. Okay, another example we have here, 33.38. So move the decimal point 2 places to the right, 1 and 2, then affix the percent symbol, percent sign. So 3,338%. Or another way to do it is to multiply by 100%. So if you're going to multiply 0.0065 by 100, okay, so the results will be 0.65%. Okay, then 2, okay, multiply by 100%, so it will become 200%. And then the 33.38 multiplied by 100%, so it will become 3,338. Converting percent to decimal. To convert percent to decimal, move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Okay, so 1 and 2, and then remove the percent sign. Okay, so our example here, number 1, we have 150.5%. So we need to move this decimal point 2 places to the left. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, then remove the percent sign. So it will look like this, 1.505 in decimal form. And then another example, we have here 3%. Okay, so this is a whole number. So we know that if it is a whole number, so that the point will be here. Okay, then move 2 places to the left. Okay, so 1 and 2. So we can add another other 0 here. Okay, so 3% in decimal form will be 0.03. Okay, so another example, number 3, 23.56%. Okay, so the decimal point moved 2 places to the left. Okay, so it will look like this in decimal form, 0.2356. Okay, so that is how to convert percent to decimal. So there is another way also of doing it. Okay, so for example, in number 1, just simply 150.5 divide by 100. So the answer will still be 1.505. Okay, or in the number 2, okay, so 3 divided by 100. Okay, so the result will still be 0.03. Or in number 3, you can do also like this. 23.56 divided by 100. So it will come up with the same result. 0.2356. Okay, so that is how you convert percent to decimal. Converting percent to fraction. To convert percent to fraction, the first thing we need to do is to change the percent to decimal. And then next thing is to change the decimal to fraction and reduce to lowest terms. Like we have our example 1 here. We have 14%. So change the percent to decimal first. So in order to change this percent to decimal, we need to move the percent sign 2 places to the left, then drop the percent sign and affix the decimal point. Okay, so 1 and 2, so it will look like this: 0.14. Okay, now we have in decimal form. Then change the decimal to fraction. So need to change this decimal form to fraction form. So how are we going to do that? Okay, so if we're going to read 0.14, so we can read it as 14 hundredths. Because the first digit is the tenths, then the second digit is 100. So we can write it as 14, okay, as a whole number over with a denominator of 100. Okay, so this is the fraction of 14 hundredths. Okay, still we need to reduce it to lowest term, so we can divide it by 2. Okay, so divided by 2. Okay, so 14 divided by 2, so the answer will be 7. And then 100 divided by 2. Okay, so the answer will be 50. So this is our final answer in the lowest terms. Okay, so I have example number 2 here. Okay, 0.375%. Okay, so we need to convert first to decimal form. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So the decimal is here. Okay, so move 2 places to the left side. Okay, 1 and 2. Then drop the percent sign. Then affix the decimal point. So it will look like this. Okay. 0.00375. Okay, so when you move the decimal point here, okay, 1, then you need to add additional 0. Okay, affix the point, then drop the percent sign. So this is how it looks like in decimal. So if we're going to read it, so this will be 375 hundred thousandths. Because this is the tenths, hundreds, thousandths, 10 thousandths, and 100 100,000. So in changing it to fraction, so it will be easy because we know that it will be our denominator will be in 100,000s. Okay, so we can write it as 375 over 100,000s. Okay, so if you're going to do division, 375 divided by 100,000, so the result will be 0.00375 or 375 100,000s. Okay, so our fractions we need to reduce to lowest terms, so we can divide it by 25. Okay, so 25 is the common factor that can divide both 375 and 100,000. So 375 divided by 25, so the answer will be 15. Then 100,000 divided by 25, so it will be 4,000. Still, we need to reduce it to lowest terms. Okay, so we can divide it by 5. Okay, divide by 5. Okay, so 15 divided by 5, so it will be 3. And then 4,000 divided by 5, so it will be 800. Okay, so this is our final answer in reduced terms, 3 over 800. Okay, now I have another example here. Okay, so example number 3, 125%. Okay, so need to change this first to decimal. Okay, as I said a while ago, this percent sign moved two places to the left and then drop the percent sign and affix the decimal point. So 1 and 2, so it will be look like this one, 1.25. Okay, so we have now in decimal form, then it will be easy to convert to fraction form. Okay, so we know that these two digits, okay, so this one represents the tenths and then the second digit is the hundred, so it means our denominator will be in 100. Okay, so 125. Okay, so divide by 100. Okay, so 125 divided by 100, so it will come up with a result of 1.25 or 1 and 25 hundredths. Okay, so in our fraction, we need to reduce it to lowest terms. Okay, so we divide it by 25. So 125 divided by 25, so it will be 5. And 100 divided by 25 by 4. Okay, so we have an improper fractions because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So we need to change it to mixed numbers. Okay, so 5 divided by 4, okay, it will be 1 and 1/4. Okay, so this is our final answer in reduced terms, 1 and 1/4. Okay. Okay, so now you have the idea on how to convert percent to fractions. So